Okay, so I haven't done this in a very, very long time. And that is pick up the camera, like I'm doing right now, and actually take a video of myself and just do a vlog. But I want to take you guys through the process that I'm going to go through in the next, that I've been going through, and I'm going to need to continue going through for the next few months while I basically start a whole business. Because the shop, as you guys know, if you didn't see the last video, got a shop. Now we have to go through all the steps of getting that shop running, but it's not even like the business that the shop is going to, that's actually going to operate in the shop is already running. It's been shut down for 3 years. We haven't been doing anything. So a lot of things need to be put in place before we can actually open up. And we do have some time. That time is in between now and the renovations being done. But you also have other things that need to be done, such as town things, permits. I got to get a dealer license because what we're going to be doing in there, you need a dealer license. There's a lot of moving parts to what I'm doing right now, and I feel like some of you might kind of want to see the behind the scenes of it. It is, after all, just me, and I need to get running actually because it is approximately 4:30. What are we going to take? We're going to take the BMW. Got my shop keys. Got my copies. This is for my brother. Where are those from? You will not find those here in America. I'll explain in a sec. So all of this stuff right here is for the shop. These are all lights. I did all of my light orders. I ordered a lot of stuff from Amazon. And yeah, you know, black exit signs. I do all the stuff myself, okay? There's no one else involved in the ordering of it. It's gonna be done exactly how I want. And it's only gonna get done that way if I do it myself. What is that? Oh, that thing's pretty sick. What the heck? Where'd that guy come from? You guys are coming for a little ride with me. It's gonna be a long video. I feel bad for you. I need my tape measure. Back to business. The BMW doesn't need to warm up. Oh, fun fact. Tomorrow, I'm picking up the M4 CSL. That's pretty cool. It's one of 245 in the state, and I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow. I am paying markup on it, of course, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate. I'm actually very upset with the markup that I'm paying, but everybody's paying that markup, so. Whole thing with the M4 CSL is I am going to actually park it. Hey neighbor. I'm actually gonna park it in the showroom at the shop. I'm getting sidetracked, okay? I'm driving, I'm talking. I can't record in between because I'm meeting somebody in the shop as soon as I get off this camera. So I got a double task here. Gotta drive and talk, guys. So the M4 CSL is gonna get parked in the showroom. It's gonna just get parked right in the corner of the showroom and look pretty. I'm not gonna drive it at all. I might drive it for a little bit. So the whole thing is, they won't let me register the car in the business name, or put it in the business name and, you know, register it once I get my dealer license approved. So I have to put it in my name, which means that you also pay the sales tax on it when you're a dealer and you put in a dealer license. You don't. So if I'm gonna have it just sit in a showroom, you know, I kind of don't want to pay property tax, because in Connecticut you pay property tax on your whatever's registered to your name. And yeah, if it's in a dealer license, you don't pay property tax. So I could have it just sit in the showroom at the shop and not pay anything. Now it's gonna be registered in my name. It's gonna have a license plate on it. I could drive it at any time. But regardless, I'm paying a lot for this damn thing, and it's only gonna just sit pretty in the showroom. I'm gonna vlog that tomorrow. We're gonna pick it up. It's a cool car. So many things going on. Yes, sir.
Yes, bless up. Did you see the kids on the turn?
What kids?
You didn't see them?
On the turn, like coming down the driveway?
The bend that we kind of just passed each other at. Just
what kids?
Next turn right after them. There's like 3 kids, dude, every day I drive by and they like go crazy and tell me to do like a burnout or something.
All right, well, let me know if you guys are gonna show up to the town meeting.
Yeah, we will. I mean, do you want to meet up like before that, or do you want us to just pull up?
No, meet me at the town hall at like 7:10.
All right.
All right, I'll see you there.
Right. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so town meeting. We'll get to that. My day so far has been pretty hectic. I went to Europe for 7 days, had a nice little trip with my father. I have Italy and Rome. I have family in Rome, and then we went to Germany. We went on the Nürburgring. I filmed a little bit on the Nürburgring. I was supposed to drive a GT3 RS. It was a pretty expensive rental. Crazy thing about that, they wanted to charge $10,000 for, they did charge me $10,000 security deposit, just in case you know, ruin a bumper or something. And on top of that, you have to sign a waiver saying that if you were to crash the car, it's $150,000 automatically, and you don't get to keep the car. So it was pretty nerve-wracking. And then it started raining. And Nürburgring is like the most dangerous track in the world. But anyways, it started raining, and they were like, yeah, we don't feel comfortable with you driving. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care. Because I mean, God forbid car slips, the tires were spanked on it. I was like, dude, these tires are a little sketchy. I was a little worried driving in the frickin' in the dry, on just dry pavement. And yeah, it started raining, so I drove a Golf R. So it wasn't even really worth filming. I only did 2 laps with an instructor. Instructor was awesome. Regardless, this video's not on that, so I'm gonna stop talking about that. But I went to Europe, went to the Nürburgring, visited some factories, went to the Lamborghini factory, saw the Urus production line. That's actually something I should tell you guys about. I saw the Urus production line, like the production line specifically for the Urus. It's one building, and my uncle knows, my father's brother lives in Rome. He knows the head of marketing at Lamborghini. So we went to the F1 race in Monza. We went from Germany to Switzerland, to Milan. In Milan, we watched the Monza F1 race. I wasn't very interested in that. I don't really care for F1. F1's a cool sport, but I was like, you just see them pass once every time they do a lap. I'd rather just be driving myself. But Verstappen won, whatever. So we went to F1, and then we went from F1 because it's so close to, and we needed to go to Rome as well. So F1 was in Milan. We needed to go to Rome. So on the way down to Rome, we went to the Ferrari factory and the Lamborghini factory. But the Ferrari factory, we only went to the museum, which I went to when I was little, so it wasn't really interesting. Saw a few Ferraris. But the Lamborghini factory, we went to the museum as well, but we got a personal tour of the entire factory, and it was nuts. It was absolutely insane. The automation of the whole entire assembly process. They pump out 26 Uruses a day. First of all, it's crazy to think that there's enough people buying Uruses that they can make 26 Uruses a day. 26 times 365, I don't know what that number is, but I mean, that's a lot of Uruses. That's a lot of people with a lot of money. Those are $300,000, $250,000 cars. So they got the exotic SUV market down packed, but the factory, the production line for just the Urus was absolutely crazy. I can't even put it into words. Everything was just top notch. It was so organized, and I aspire for this shop to be like that. Obviously, I'm not Lamborghini. I'm a single person. I'm doing everything on my own, guys. It's not like I'm bragging about being able to do it on my own. I don't want you guys to have to go through the same things that I go through, because it is very, very hard to handle. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. I'm 24 years old, right? And I'm doing everything alone. I don't ask anybody. I ask some people for opinions, but nothing that I need to actually worry about. I need to worry about, obviously, the very important things, like going to the meeting, making sure I get approved at the meeting, also making sure that everything that I do for renovations turns out good. I set up everything for the business correctly. If it doesn't work. Like, it's all on me. All of the pressure is on me all of the time. And it's a lot. And I do it to myself because I'm trying to do everything so fast. But it's 4:39. I need to meet my buddy Dan Hennessy over at the shop. So we're getting sidetracked left and right here, guys. I'm just telling you a million things at once. But point is, this morning, got off the flight, we're going back to the other conversation. I got off the flight at, so I was in Rome. After we went to the Lamborghini factory, we went to Rome for the last 2 days of the trip. It was a 1 week trip, okay? I was working the whole time, emailing people left and right, calling people on international service, so I was getting charged $1 a minute every single time I needed to talk to someone, but I got contractors I got to talk to, I got town people I got to talk to, I got just everything going on. We got to build the next giveaway truck, I got other business. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I had a good time on my trip, and was in Rome for 2 days. Had to fly from Rome to Germany because Rome, the first class tickets, business class tickets, whatever you get, even economy is like $2,000 if you were to fly directly from New York to Rome. So didn't want to do that. So I flew business on Singapore Airlines from JFK to Germany with my father, and we did our little thing. Oh my God, this guy's gonna, oh my God, he's gonna run the red. Jeez, people scare me. So then we went, I went back to Germany to fly back to JFK in New York. So yeah, was in Germany last night. Went to bed at 3 a.m. because I was working until 3 a.m. Germany time. They're 6 hours behind. So think about this. 6 hours behind. I was up till 3 a.m. and then had to be up at 6 a.m. to get to the plane to board. I also had to do some things in the airport in the morning, so I had to get up a little earlier. The flight was at 8:30. It was a 9-hour flight. Landed, so left at 8:30 in the morning, Germany time. Landed here at JFK at, what was it? It was 11. And then I got picked up. JFK is 2.5 hours from me, 2.5 hours home. Got home at 1:30, no, got home at 2 o'clock. Showered. I'm so tired. You can probably see it in my eyes. I need that Celsius. But showered, put my stuff away, unpacked immediately. And then I have a whole entire to-do list of things to do today, tomorrow. Obviously, I keep everything in a list. If you are not organized and you do not have a to-do list, you will forget to do things, and it's gonna screw you all up. You know when you think about something, you're like, okay, I gotta do that. You don't write it down. And then later on, you're like, what was that one thing I needed to do? Now, if you have many things that you think about and you don't write them down, you know how many things you're gonna forget? So I write every single thing down, and I chip away at it as I could. I, have the most important things at the top, things I need to get done right now, immediately within the next 2 hours by a certain time, call this person, follow up with this person, email this person, deposit this, withdraw this, order this. It's make this ad. It's just a plethora of things, and all of these things, when you're a business owner and you don't have somebody handing you a sheet with every single task that you need to do every single day, it varies. It's such a large, wide variety of things that you need to do, and it's just absolutely, it hurts your head to think about when you're looking at your to-do list, when you have this much going on. And nonetheless, guys, I have a lot to do. It is now 4:43, and I am on my way over to the shop in North Haven, and we need to meet with a few contractors, one of them being my friend, another one being an architect who's also a friend of mine, and then another friend that is going to be possibly doing the carpentry. I'm not going to film everybody. I'm going to film a little bit of it. I don't want to, I hate putting cameras in people's faces. I honestly hate filming in general, even myself, but it's time consuming. Like, I could be listening to music right now. I love to listen to music and drive, but I want you guys to see this process. And honestly, I want to document it for myself so I can look back at this and be like, holy crap, you did it, because it's a lot to do, and it's going to be a freaking miracle when it's done. But yeah, so we have to meet with a few people. It's 4:45. We have a very tight schedule. 4:45. I needed to be there 5 minutes ago. I am 15 minutes away. Shit. I'm gonna have to call him and tell him. That's what happens. Sometimes you do too much and it screws you up. I am doing too much. I really am. But it's all worth it at the end. So the really important thing today is what's going on with the dealer license, the town. My whole life, I started working out of a shed. Didn't need a permit to do what I needed to do. Didn't pull a permit out to, you know, put the floor in my shed, the one that I built above my workstation, or the wall. And then my second shop, I never had a permit to do what I needed to do, dealer license, repair license, none of that, because I started off with lights, and then I slowly eased into the trucks. And you know, a lot of people that are smaller businesses don't really like single shop, out of public eye on big streets, whatever, doing small jobs, one person at a time. There's only one person running it. You know, those people are doing it on the side. And then there's a point where it gets more legit. So my shop, Legends Offer Performance, 3 years ago, I was just about to go for my repair license because we were really trying to get bigger into actually customizing trucks. Customizing the trucks was something that we were easing into, so I didn't get to the point where I got a repair license, but I actually went to the town of North Brantford 4 years ago. I applied for the repair license and I did all that stuff, and then I actually, once I got approved by the town for it, this isn't the current shop that we're in now, guys, so it's only 2,500 square feet. By the time I got approved for it, they were like, all right, now you can go to the state and actually apply for the repair license. So the town needs to approve you for it first, which it's a whole process. You got to go to the ZBA, planning and zoning, and never ended up doing it because LGND started growing and I shut down Legends Off-Road Performance until I had the capital to get something bigger. I was like, I'm not going to do this at this location because you have to do that process and then do the whole thing again when you get a new location. So I was like, might as well wait. I had a plan to get a new shop like a year after I started LGND, and it's crazy to look back on now because it's been a wild ride, guys. I'm about to cry. I was 21. So yeah, got approved by a town, LGND blew up. I was like, I'm gonna wait. And it didn't end up getting a shop because I couldn't find one. There was nothing around. Single person, no investors, no partners. It's a lot, guys, and I've done a lot. It was a lot back then, but anyways, let's just offer performance. Wanted to wait for the new shop. We have the new shop now, so now we're finally going for this this permit. Instead of a repair license, I'm actually gonna do a dealer license because I have this big building now where I can have cars parked that I have for sale. I can have a showroom. I could actually have a parking lot. Like in my current shop, that's 2,500 square feet. You're sharing spaces. You have neighbors. There's no point in applying for a dealer license because, first of all, you probably can't get it. Second, I don't think I would have gotten it because you need to have enough parking spaces to actually park cars, customers. I wouldn't have gotten it. So I needed to get a repair license to do what I needed to do. And I didn't want to redo it after a year and I get into a new place. So here we are. I got to go to the town and go to these meetings that you got to get approved for the use, and then you need to go for the permits when you do the renovations as well. It's another town thing, but then planning and zoning. So first meeting that I need to go to, which is tonight, I basically, as soon as I knew that I was going to move into this building, I immediately started getting on everything. Like, the business has been down for 3 years. I needed to start making a new website, all of the content for the website. What's our pricing gonna be? The employees that we need, what are their tasks gonna be? The payroll setup, the insurance, the bank account, redoing the EIN, redoing the sales tax permits. It's just, everything's being done at once, and it is I've said it a million times in this video, it's a lot to do. I'm trying to explain to you guys, and this is just the very, very surface of it. The very, very surface. But the ZVA meeting is tonight at 7:30. I've been prepping for it for a month. I've been on top of my stuff. I did everything that I needed to do, and I got a call in Italy, and while I was in Italy, and thank God I answered it. I usually don't answer calls that I don't know. It was an unsaved number, but it was the area code of North Haven. And I answered. It was one of the town officials, and he was like, hey, we need this. This is one more thing that we don't have. They wanted to see the measurements of the showroom, which I had. Oh, look, a McLaren. What the heck? Oh, I forgot I'm in my M8. In Germany, we were driving a damn A8, and it was so slow. I only went 265 kilometers an hour on the Autobahn, which is like 165. and the Autobahn, there's no speed limit, so I was pretty upset. But this thing moves out. I completely forgot about that. We'll have some fun. It's gonna sidetrack me, but so tonight's the meeting at 7:30, and I needed a form. I got the form. This was 2 days ago. I got the call telling me that I needed one more thing. I had the forms prepped a month ago because I knew that the meeting was tonight. So the way it works with towns is you have one meeting. I got to go to ZBA and planning and zoning. You got to go to the first one, get approved, and then you can go to the second one. So the second is contingent on the first. If you don't get approved the first meeting, or you miss the first meeting, because everything has a deadline, I can show you guys the form. It's in the folders back there. But there's basically like 3 weeks before the meeting, the deadline to get the paperwork is then. I knew I was getting the building. I forgot the exact date, but let's just say it was like a week before the deadline to get the paperwork in for the first meeting. So I had 1 week to get all of the stuff done, which included going to the lawyers, going to the engineers, getting all the paperwork done, doing all of that, getting it planned, and it was just, like looking back on that was crazy, but that's done now. Oh no. But then you have, after you submit all that stuff, you have about not a month, 3 weeks until the meeting. And then if you don't make that deadline, which like I said, I only had a week, because if I missed that, I would have been another month from getting my dealer license. And my whole plan is to have the renovations and the dealer license pretty much done at the same time. If not, the renovations are done first, then I don't have my dealer license. I can't immediately start business. I can obviously fit out the place, but I would like to know that my dealer license is done as soon as the place is done. So I'm really trying to get everything done as fast as possible, because obviously why would I want to just take my time? I'm doing this myself. For you guys don't really need to know this stuff, but for me as a person, obviously, when you're doing something on your own, everything's about money. How much is it going to cost? This is going to cost me a lot of money. It's a lot of money in renovations. It's a lot of money in lawyers, attorneys. You have all of the equipment. You have the employees, the payroll, the car that I'm going to stock in the showroom just to look nice. I mean, it's all on me. No investors, just me. And it's just a lot of stuff, guys. But ZBA meeting. We don't know what's going to happen tonight. I'm going to try and film it. We're not going to post this until after we see what the result is of the meeting. And obviously, you're going to try and keep whatever we show in the meeting to a minimal, because I don't want to piss off the town, obviously, because after this video goes up, we still need to go to the next meeting. And everything's contingent. If they could very well say, no, you can't do it, and I'm doing all of this stuff. I ordered like $100,000 worth of lights already, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get approved for the use. But if I were to wait until everything's done, then I started the renovations and did all the stuff that I needed to do. If I were to just wait around with my thumb up my ass, it would take me a year to get started. Being that I'm spending this much money, I want to get it up and running as soon as possible, not only for the money, but for peace of mind. I don't want to drag this out. I want to get it done as soon as possible. When you have something that you want to do and you know you could do fast, only if you really, really try, then you're going to do it. And that's what I'm doing. I know I can get it done fast if I really, really try. And that's exactly what I'm doing. We're going to see how this meeting goes, guys. I'm talking so much, it's not even funny. It's 4:54. This video is probably freaking 30 minutes in. I am so sorry, guys. Anyways, let's catch up to this McLaren. We'll be at the shop in 5 minutes. Come here, little McLaren 570. M8's going to eat you for breakfast. It's actually almost dinner time. M8's going to eat you for dinner. I always wonder who's in the car. Like, who is this guy? He's got a 570. I saw him and his boy. Who are you? That's why I have tint, because people look at you when you're in those cars. In any car, really. I like cool stuff, so if I'm driving around and like cool stuff, people are gonna look. That's just how it goes. I don't like being seen. I like being able to people watch. Like, what's this person doing? He can't see me. Doesn't know I'm looking at him. Like, the McLaren, he might see the camera, but my head's further back away from the sun up here, so I know for a fact he can't see my head. At least he could definitely see the camera because I'm out in the sun up here. But yeah, he's a little baby anyways. He doesn't drive it like does not drive it like he's supposed to. Look at him, 2 hands on the top of the wheel. Come on, one-handed, show me something. Yeah, I had to do a little zoom real quick. There he goes. I'm gonna get lunch at Longhorn Steakhouse every single day. So yeah, we're literally right off the highway, guys. Coolest part, right off the highway. Oh, I'm so hungry. Barely ate anything all day. Peterbilt's right here. Granger's right here. That's cool, right next to us. Need some hardware. Granger. Is this the architect? Yeah, it is. And there's Danny. Beautiful. So I had timed them both out. I was like, okay, you get here at 4:40, I'll spend 20 minutes with you. And then you get here at 5 o'clock, I'll spend 20 minutes with you so that they don't overlap. But they're overlapping. So Bob's the architect. He's an older guy. He's funny. Cool guy. So I'm a contractor today. Hey. Danny boy.
Saw, dude.
I need some garage doors.
Congrats, buddy.
Huh?
Congrats.
Thank you very much, sir. Got a lot to do. Bob?
How you doing?
How are ya?
Wow, you look good.
Huh?
You looking good.
I'm looking good. What, fit?
You looking well. You look good. You look happy.
All right, so all the contractors just left. All the contractors, there were 3 people, and most of them are people I know. They were all people I know. Anyways, I figured out, because of the first time meeting with the architect here, right before I go to the ZBA meeting, because he was giving me the drawings of everything that I need to get approved for this place. Figured out, you know, I need to do a few more things than I thought, because again, like I said earlier, I have been in a small shop my whole life, never needed to go to the town for a repair license, dealer license. And the right way to do it is to do that, and you gotta you gotta make sure everything's right. So we'll talk about it, but it is 5:05, no, 6:05. I gotta run to get food real quick, 10 minutes away, then I gotta go stop at my mom's, eat it with her, because I love her. And then I gotta sprint over to the town hall, which is in the same town. But big thing over here is that this platform on the bottom, you know, we got to take that out now and then rebuild the wall to the bottom. It's a lot of work. Another thing that I just figured out, because I was away for a week and they started demoing while I was away, upstairs underneath the gym mat that used to be up here is hardwood floors. I was thinking, because the guy told me that, I was like, all right, sweet. But now, gym mat's coming up, and we're destroying the hardwood floors. So, because they're using a freaking crowbar, because it's glued down so goddamn hard. So we're gonna have to replace some of this wood. I don't even know how. I gotta take a video of this now, send it to my floor guy, the guy that redid my floors in my house, and see if he could do something about this. It's a big area. It's just like as much square footage as my house was. It's a lot of work. All right, so I need to take a few videos for some contractors, and then I gotta go. All right, so listen, I got drawings here. I got stamped drawings. This is what they requested while I was in Italy. I had to have my architect go down there and get these done for me in one day, because they were like, hey, you don't have this, we need this. So I had him do that. I got some food from Rand Mike's in Hamden, best deli around, in my opinion. I'm gonna eat it with my mom, and then I'm gonna go to this meeting. I got 5 minutes to eat my food, and then it's a 5-minute drive to the town hall.
I'm going to turn it over to Giovanni. He can actually describe what's going to go on inside the building.
So basically, for the past 5 years, like you explained, I've been customizing vehicles. I take apart the headlights, the exterior of the vehicles. We put on suspensions, all bolt-on accessories, but we basically make these vehicles look better than they do when they come in. But we basically just assemble these vehicles. So in the warehouse section of this building, we're going to be doing the assembly of all of these parts on the vehicles, and then we're going to have a showroom, of course, to have vehicles parked for display for sale. It's going to be an all-in-one stop shop for automotive, from sales to customization to parts sales. But that's pretty much the gist of it. So basically, this is the front of the building. All right, you have your main entrance door right here. And then we are gonna put a 8x7 garage door on the right side over here. So the showroom cars, originally, we were gonna have, because there's a drive-in door back here, the back warehouse is a higher level than the front of the building. So the only way we would have been able to get cars in here before was if we built a ramp, but we figured the better way to do it would be to just put a garage door, just drive them straight in, and then we'll have this whole lower level as the showroom space. And then this is also showroom space where we can fit 2 cars, but this is the same level as back here. So we can drive back here for these 2 and park them right up here.
So you're gonna do that drawing over?
That is the new drawing.
No, this is the new drawing, that's the old.
That's the new one?
This is the new one, that's the old one. This is just the new one showing the,
So your access to that building, part of your applications, you're saying there's not gonna be any structure changes or modifications to the structure. That door is, would you say 8x7 currently? Okay, and is there any requirement of a ramp or anything else to get into that door?
no, because that's floor level right outside that door.
Okay,
Bob and Gino mentioned, he said there's some, he got a copy of the former site plan from '86 that you submitted.
Yep.
And he had some grades, he had an elevation on that, on the slab of that first floor. But, the exterior was what he was trying to meld to. So he was trying to get that in there, but he didn't have that worked out. He said he showed a representation of a ramp to get up there, but he said, I don't know how big it would have to be. So I think it'll work, but it looks incomplete in terms of what we're looking at. You can't enter in through an overhead door for handicap accessibility, et cetera. You can work it all out. It's just gotta be worked out.
Question would be, is that something that will be worked out as part of this application and this variance, or this special exception, or is that something that would be handled through planning and zoning?
today
Or
is not a variance, it's a special permit request.
Understood.
The way I see it, it's probably gonna be a continuance of tonight's meeting to the next month to get plans that are actually certified, showing exactly what you want. Really, I'm less concerned now with the inside than I am with the outside.
So the one thing that your main concern is the door, right?
The doors.
So that's the one.
Ramp.
Right,
The ramp.
so that will get 100% figured out, it's just, I couldn't get it correct.
It's a
Fully
understanding.
understood.
Quite honestly, I think it's a relatively rare thing in North Haven that I think this is extremely doable. I think it's extremely viable, and as I said, I think it's in a decent place. In my opinion,
I think we all agree.
I think it's prudent even to come in with a site that has more than one use on it to take advantage of the overage in lot area, which is difficult to achieve, and the lot width. You're taking care of a lot of things there that others are not able to do or weren't able to think of. So I think that's the credit, but.
It's a good location for this type of business.
Yeah.
The building seems to fit, but I do have the issue of just not having in front of us, and that's really what we're here for.
So these foos obviously showed up to the meeting. There was no one else from the public, so it's an open hearing, like anybody can show up. How did it go? I would say it went well. Need to go back now. So there was 2 ways it could have gone. Actually 3. It could have gotten approved, and then my next meeting would be the P&Z, and that would be in a month. Or it could have gotten denied entirely, which wouldn't be good. Or it could have gotten contingent upon something else that they need, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So now we got to go back in a month to the same meeting, which pushes back the whole process a month, but we're still in the clear because I'm trying to shoot to open before the new year, mid-December, and if all goes well with the next meeting, and then the meeting after that, then we're still on track to have everything done and submitted to the state for the dealer license by, that would bring us to like mid-November. We would have our dealer license back approximately around early December. So, yeah. You guys saw the full day and you saw pretty much the ringer.
Ringer.
What we had to go through at the town and what you got to go through to open up a legitimate shop. Keyword legitimate.
Big keyword.
But anyways, that was step 1. That's step half actually, because we didn't complete step 1 yet. So that's step half. We are halfway to step 1 being completed. Step 1 will be complete after we actually get approved at the next meeting, following up with this meeting. So, yeah, that concludes this video. It's 9 o'clock. Got to pick up the M4 tomorrow. That's a whole nother thing. And now that thing's gonna sit until the shop opens up. I'm just gonna look at it and be like, you could be in a beautiful showroom right now, but nope. I'm just gonna stare at it.